All right, I'm back. Welcome back to No BS Just News with Steve. As always, I'm your host. Thanks for tuning in to the best YouTube around. Just kidding, as always. So, I don't know, about a year ago, I dropped a video on the Aryan Brotherhood and some of my experiences working with in and around them in the prison facility at one of the prison facilities out here in Arizona. We had some big names on the yard that were part of the brand or Aryan Brotherhood, also known as the brand. It's probably the most popular video I put out. There's a lot of hate comments. There's a lot of you don't know nothing, you don't know this. I'm just putting out what I've worked around, what I've done, areas that I've researched, experiences that I've had, which have been multiple. But the Aryan Brotherhood is one of the most notorious prison gangs in the prison system, period. Their numbers are not large, however, they are responsible for several murders. And that's statistics, that's factual information. You can look it up. I got some information here that I pulled out of a book that I used to do a lot of research back in the day when I was in corrections. So go check that video out. All you got to do is I'll either drop a link or just put most popular video on my channel and it'll come up the AB video. It wasn't I didn't put a lot of information in there. I was talking more so about the inmates that I interacted with on a day-to-day basis on a yard, a GP yard. We're supposedly a step-down program, but these inmates were highly active. And I know in the step-down program you're not supposed to be active anymore, and there's all kinds of criteria to meet that. However, we used to talk about it every day on the yard, officers and I, about these guys they're active. They're still calling the shots, and they're still doing things that, prison gangs do. They're powerful. It's a very powerful brand. I was looking at some of my notes, and, there's only a chosen few that it's either the Shamrock, or they call it the Rock, which is a tattoo, or you can be branded with AB, which I think is probably more popular nowadays. The Shamrock was kind of back in the day. There's estimated to be 15 to 20,000 members within the California and Arizona prison system, and prison systems around the United States. But California is the most notorious prison system for the brand or the Aryan Brotherhood. They're about violence, right? It's blood in, blood out. You cannot put your hand on a brother and expect not to be killed. You know what I'm saying? It's a no hands rule on a lot of these yards. So if something goes down, it means they use weapons. They will stab you to death. It will do whatever it takes to get you taken care of. It's a no hands policy on a lot of these prison yards, mainly in California. However, there are some supermax facilities in Arizona, not just on the state level, but the FBI in the federal prison system as well. So, their calling card is obviously violence, and they train every single day for war. Every single day they train. They read all kinds of books like Sun Tzu, Heart of Worth. They study the human anatomy to know where to hit somebody with the shank or any type of sharp object. They write in a lot of code, and there is a lot of prospects per se trying to. There's a waiting list to get into the Aryan Brotherhood. You got to put in a lot of work to do so. I mean, a lot of work. There's a lot of wannabes that are trying to be branded. However, it takes one hell of a lot. I mean, basically, the AB is the Cadillac of white prison gangs. Um, so like I said, if you watch that video, I didn't put a lot of information in there. However, I used to work with them. I used to do a lot of research. I had some big names in Arizona on a particular yard that I worked at, out in a prison facility. Um, all of them had jobs back in the back, and um, they were constantly doing something, you know, crazy. There was constantly assaults. There was just constant. Um, or SMU put another video out that more. I just wanted to clarify that because I've been getting a lot of hate, and this guy doesn't know. I know a lot more than what you being an active member, but I know a lot you may think. I just don't put it out there. It may be for because I don't want to. Just we'll leave it at that. Just for good reason. But I may do a video that explains better of what I'm trying to say here, because these guys are trained to be killers. So look at their allies. Look at the people that they run with. There's a lot to the Aryan Brotherhood or the brand. There's a lot to prison gangs in general. There's a lot of information that you need to know to be part of the actual brand and put a tattoo on you that represents them. Because if let's say you come into prison and you've got the rock on you, the shamrock, or you've got the AB tatted on you, and you're not active, you're done. You know what I mean? You're done. It's over. They're going to get to you, period. So if some of you guys right now are running the streets and thinking you're active and you're going to land in prison, hopefully you're not tatted yet, because you got to put in work to get to earn that patch. It's a patch, y'all. Anyway, I will make a better, more involved video in reference to the AB. I just wanted to clarify a few things, put a little bit more information out there of some old notes that I had. It's crazy. It's crazy the way they study the human anatomy. But it's only a chosen few that wear that shamrock or are able to put the AB on them. And there's some other patches that they wear, but you got to put in the work, y'all. Anyway, peace.